Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to tonight's episode of Les Morte d'Arthur. Very, very excited to be with you tonight because tonight assassins come to Camelot. And not only have assassins come to Camelot, I have just raced my way across the Yorkshire Dales to get here for you tonight because I care that much. It was tight. My sat-nav told me it would get me here for 9 o'clock. I got here for 8:45 because I'm just that good. And I know back roads and I can go all speedy. It's all good fun. Hello, Julia. Hello, hello. Come in, guys. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, Diana. Hello, Sadri. Hello, Queen. Hello, Julie. Hello, Rabbit. Welcome, guys. Come in. Sit yourselves down. It's an exciting tale tonight. I am very excited to be sharing this. Tristram is finally in Camelot, of course. And yes, I'm still... Hello, Mike. Hello. And I'm obviously still going from the adrenaline of this trip. I've travelled something like 200 miles today. Very, very busy day for me. So the fact that I am here on time makes me ecstatic. I'm back here with you guys. I've seen gorgeous sunsets, none of which I managed to photograph because I was driving all over the place on some very, very perilous roads. I couldn't stop to take pictures. But rest assured, Yorkshire, ladies and gentlemen, is just as beautiful a place as ever. And I've been enjoying it greatly today. And I need a shave as well by the looks of it. Hello, hello, Queen. Hello, hello. Hello, Rose as well. Welcome, welcome, Rose. Come in, sit yourself down. Hi, James. James, come in. Hello. Is everyone feeling good? So, I mean, we are almost at the end of the first week of the new year. Are we all in a nice, positive, energetic mood, or are we still, wanting to go back to bed and crawl up and not say hello to 2016? I, for one, was in the mood of wanting to crawl back to bed, but now, well, Rosie, it might come. We might be able to bring you into 2016. Yesterday, it's taken me up until today to embrace 2016. Yesterday I was very much in a 2016 can go away. I want to stay in 2015 with chocolates and cheese and drink and duvets and books and trashy Christmas films and all that good stuff. But now I'm into the new year. I'm excited and I'm here, ladies and gents, tonight to share some more of Les Morte d'Arthur with you. And jazz hands. Do you like the jazz hands? I like the jazz hands. Shall we do the jazz hands again? Tonight, ladies and gents, coming up after Les Morte d'Arthur, I will be reading from my novel Till Bashing, which you will be happy to know that I have been slaving away at over the Christmas break and today as well, because I got some time off midway through the day. So Till Bashing is still to come tonight. Tonight's episode will be awesome, I can guarantee you that. I'm very excited about sharing it with you guys anyway. That will be a lot of fun. So without much further ado, and hello Danny, welcome. You're just in time. Let's get into tonight's show. So, dramatic pause while I take a drink. That's okay, Danny. That's okay. What I need, by the way, is to be doing this on a large enough scale that I can have my own person with a drum kit in the corner to actually sort of beat out some rhythm when I take drinks, so it's more dramatic. Anyway, we are telling the tale of Sir Tristram. Sir Tristram, my favourite knight. This is my favourite section of Les Morte d'Arthur. Sir Tristram, who is the bravest knight, well, the second bravest knight in all the world after Sir Lancelot. Tristram, who has been exiled from the kingdom of Cornwall after being caught not once but twice naked in the bed of Queen Isolde. whom he loves very dearly, and she who loves him in turn. Hello, Roger, hello, Rosella, come in. Tristram, in his exile from Cornwall, has been travelling around Britain, showing off his skills in adventure and questing, and joining just about every single tournament going, and proving himself in battle. And yet, despite all of this, despite proving himself in battle again and again, and having caught on King Arthur's eye on multiple occasions as he fought bravely in the royal melee, despite this, Tristram has been hesitant to reveal his name to those he has fought against, and has tried to avoid being brought to Camelot. Arthur, however, has been very eager to make the acquaintance of this Cornish knight who has brought so much fame, so much acclaim, who has brought so much good into the world. And now, at long last, after Arthur commissioned his Knights of the Round Table to go off and scour Britain for Tristram and to bring him to Camelot, and if they could not bring him to Camelot, then those Knights of the Round Table would never again be allowed within Camelot's halls. After commissioning those knights, finally Lancelot has brought Tristram to Camelot. And so, ladies and gents, we join Tristram and Sir Lancelot as they ride in through Camelot's doors. Return again, said Sir Lancelot to... Wait, hang on. Go back. Mallory starts this chapter badly. I'm going to roll back a little bit. And then Lancelot and Tristram rode to Camelot. And there they met with Sir Gawain and Sir Gaheris, who had both made a promise to Arthur never to come again to that court until they had brought Sir Tristram with them. Return now, said Sir Lancelot, for your quest is done, good knights, and I have met with Sir Tristram, and here he is in person. Then was Sir Gawain glad, and he said to Sir Tristram, you are welcome, for now have you eased me greatly of my quest. For what cause, said Sir Gawain, have you come to this court? Fair sir, said Tristram, I came into this country by cause of Sir Palomides, for he and I had chosen this day to have done battle together at this memorial stone, and I marvel that I do not find him here. And thus, by adventure, did my lord Sir Lancelot and I meet together. And with this came King Arthur. And when he realised that the man stood before him was Sir Tristram, he ran to him and took him by his hand, and said to Sir Tristram, you are as welcome as any knight that ever came to this court. And when the knight had heard how Sir Lancelot and he had fought, and either had wounded each other terribly sore, then Arthur was sad. And Sir Tristram told the king how he had come there to face off against Sir Palomides. And he told the king how he had rescued Palomides from 9 knights and the evil Bruce sans Pité, and how he had found a knight lying by a well, and that knight smote down Sir Palomides and Tristram, and ran off with his shield covered in cloth. So Sir Palomides left me, said Tristram, and I followed after that knight who had struck me, and in many places I found where he had slain knights and forjousted many. By my head, said Sir Gawain, that same knight smote me down and Sir Blobris, and hurt us both sore, he with the covered shield. Ah, said Sir Kay, that knight smote me down as well, and hurt me passingly sore, and fain would I have known him, but I did not. Jesus mercy, said Arthur. What knight was that with the covered shield? I know not, said Sir Tristram, and so said they all. Now, said King Arthur, then what I need to know is from Sir Lancelot. And they all looked upon Sir Lancelot and said, You have beguiled us, Lancelot, with your covered shield. It's not the first time, said Arthur, that he has done so. My lord, said Lancelot, truly know that I was the same knight that bore the covered shield, and by cause I did not want to be known that I was of your court, and I said no worship of your house. That is the truth, said Sir Gawaine, Sir Kay, and Sir Bleoberis. And then King Arthur took Tristram by his hand and went to the table round. And there at the round table came Queen Guinevere and many ladies with her. And all the ladies said at one voice, Welcome, Sir Tristram. Welcome, said the damsels. Welcome, said knights. Welcome, said Arthur, for one of the best knights, and the gentlest of the world, and the man of most worship. For all manner of hunting thou bearest the prize, and of all measures of blowing you are the beginning, and of all the terms of hunting and hawking you are the beginner. Of all instruments of music you are best, and therefore, gentle knight, said Arthur, you are welcome to this court. And also, I pray you, said Arthur, grant me a wish. Very well. It shall be at your command, said Tristram. Thank you, said Arthur. I desire of you that you will stay in my court. Sir, said Tristram, thereto is me loathsome, for I have ado in many countries. Not so, said Arthur. You have promised me a gift. You may not say no. Very well, said Sir Tristram. I will as you will. And then Arthur went unto the chairs about the round table, and he looked in every chair, the which was empty and lacked knights. And then the king saw in the chair of Marus letters that said, This is the chair of the noble knight Sir Tristram. And then Arthur made Sir Tristram a knight of the round table, with great nobly and great feasting, as might be thought. For Sir Marus had been slain by the hands of Sir Tristram on an island when Tristram was first made a knight, and that was well known in the court of Arthur, for this Marus was a worthy knight, and for the evil deeds that he had done unto the country of Cornwall, Sir Tristram and he had fought. And they fought long, tracing and traversing, until they fell, bleeding to the earth. And then they were sore wounded, so that they might not stand for bleeding. And Sir Tristram by fortune recovered, and Sir Marus died through the stroke of his head. But here we leave of Tristram, and speak of King Mark and his assassins. Halfway through tonight's tale, ladies and gents, and hello Marissa, hello Michael and Roger as well. Yes, a bit of a calmer chapter tonight, but foul deeds are afoot, ladies and gents, for now that Tristram is at last within the court of Arthur and has been made a knight of the round table, now we move our gaze to King Mark. King Mark, uncle to Tristram, the man who first made Tristram a knight, a man who was always jealous of Tristram, for his prowess with women and his skill in battle. A man who married Tristram's true love, Princess Isolde of Ireland, making her Queen of Cornwall. A man who found his wife being unfaithful to him, for even as Queen Isolde still loved Tristram. And when they were caught together, Tristram was exiled from Cornwall. King Mark hated to hear of the fame of Sir Tristram, and he had chased him out of Cornwall. But yet Tristram was nephew unto King Mark, but he had great suspicion unto Sir Tristram by cause of his queen Isolde. For King Mark knew that there was too much love between them both. And so, when Sir Tristram exiled himself out of Cornwall into England, King Mark heard of the great deeds that Tristram did there, and that grieved him sore. And so he sent on his part men to spy what deeds he did. And the Queen sent in secret spies of her own to know what deeds Tristram had done, for great love still existed between the two. And when the messengers came home, they told the truth as they had heard, that he had surpassed all other knights with the exception of Sir Lancelot. And then King Mark was heavy with grief to hear these tidings, and Queen Isolde was just as glad. Then, in great despite, he took with him 2 good knights and 2 squires, and disguised himself, and made his way into England, with the intent of slaying Sir Tristram. And one of those 2 knights was called Bersault, and the other knight was called Amant. And as they rode, King Mark asked a knight that he met where he should find King Arthur. At Camelot, he was told. Also, he asked that knight about Sir Tristram, and whether the knight had heard of him in the court of King Arthur. "Know you well," said the knight, "you shall find Sir Tristram there, for a man of as great worship as he is now living, and through his hard prowess he has won the tournament of the Castle of Maidens that stands by the hard rock. And since he has beaten with his own hands 30 knights who were men of great honour, and at the last battle that ever he did, he fought against Sir Lancelot, and that was a marvellous battle, and not even by the force of Sir Lancelot could Sir Tristram be brought to heel. And so, victorious, Tristram was brought to the court of King Arthur, who made passing great joy, and made him a knight of the Round Table. And his seat now is where the good knight Sir Maurus used to sit. Then was King Mark passing sorry when he heard of the honour of Sir Tristram, and so they departed. Then said King Mark unto his 2 knights, "Now will I tell you my counsel. You are the men that I trust most alive, and I will that you know my coming hither is for this intent, and this intent only, to destroy Sir Tristram. And it shall be hard, but he shall not escape our hands." "Alas," said Sir Bersault, "what do you mean? For you to be said in such a way makes you shameful. For Sir Tristram is that knight of most worship that we know living, and therefore I warn you plainly, I will never consent to do him to the death. And therefore I will yield my service and forsake you." When King Mark heard him say so, suddenly he drew his sword and said, "Traitor!" And he smote Bersault on the head, that the sword went to his teeth. When Amant saw him do that villainous deed, and his squires. They said it was foully done and mischievously. Wherefore, we will do you no more service, they said, and know you well. We will have sold you out for treason before King Arthur. Then was Mark wonderly wroth, and he would have slain Amant when he and the two squires held them together, and set naught by his malice. And when King Mark saw that he might not be revenged upon them three, then he said thus unto the knight Amant, Know you well, if you accuse me of treason, I shall therefore defend myself before King Arthur. But I require you that you will not share my name, that I am King Mark, whatsoever come of me. Very well, said Sir Amant, I will not reveal your name. And so they departed, and Amant and his fellows took the body of Persules and buried it. There we go, ladies and gents, halfway through, at the end of tonight's tale. And that wicked, dastardly king, King Mark, has had his assassins turn their back upon him when they became unwilling to fight with that great knight, Sir Tristram. This is the thing. Like Rabbith, when you've got a king as deranged as King Mark and you say no to him, all of a sudden we go from a calm episode to knives in the mouth, which we shouldn't try at home, you know. And yes, do you know what? I think possibly, in retrospect, maybe King Mark could do with some anger management, you know, help. I mean, he's in a stressful position, absolutely. You know, he is, you know, presumably got a lot that he's managing. He's dealing with taxes. He's dealing with peasants who are complaining about taxes, who are complaining about other peasants stealing their sheep. He's dealing with his lords who are complaining because Sir Tristram keeps beating them in battle. You know, he's, you know, dealing with all of this stuff. You know, the price of biscuits from Wales has probably gone up, so we can't get any decent biscuits at the moment. It's very difficult for King Mark. So you can understand that when he gives a very clear order to his subordinates, a very, very clear order to do this, and they say no, he gets a bit upset. So there we go. That's how it happens. No, don't try it at home. None of this at home. Precisely, he can't. Or maybe he's had too much coffee, Rosie. Maybe that's his problem. Too much coffee has brought him to the brink and needs to be brought back down again. Bless him. Bless him. Poor old King Mark, eh? Anyway, ladies and gents, that's enough of Les Morts d'Arthur for tonight. But, he says, in a few minutes' time, we will begin with the first episode of Till Bashing this year. That's right, ladies and gents. The first episode of Till Bashing this year is about to come up. I'm about to start reading from the novel again. For those of you who are new to it or who have forgotten a little bit where we were, don't worry. The recap will be there to bring you all up to speed. I've been slaving away at this. Tonight's episode will be fab. I really, really hope you come and enjoy it. I can't wait for it. Speaking of not being able to wait, Frank, where were you last night when we were doing the hair thing? I came out and revealed all of my secrets. All of my secrets, Frank, and you weren't there. I hope you caught it on replay, Frank. It was a lot of fun. And I hope you did catch it on replay. But I'm about to close this one down, guys, and open it up again, and we'll get on with some... Oh, I'm sorry, Frank. Oh, that's sorry, Frank. That's awful. I hope... Is she okay now? This is the bit where everybody then sits there and waits. Well, we've got the time delay. Well, I hope she gets well soon, Frank. I really do. I believe you. I believe you, Frank. I do. I hope she's much better. I hope our hearts and prayers, Frank. I'm sure our hearts and prayers go out to her. And I hope she gets well very, very soon. Big hugs, Frank. Big hugs, like Queen says. Big hugs. Do pass on our wishes, Frank. And pass on my love. And I hope she gets well soon. Anyway, I'm going to close down this scope now, as we're about to start till bashing. You're welcome, Frank. You're very, very welcome. We're going to close this one down, and we'll pop back up. We'll pop back up with the next episode.